Angel Reese tweeted out, "We ain't do it right the first time. Let's run it back."
These two did not enjoy playing with each other the first time, so I don't know why either one of them would be excited to run it back.
Something recently occurred that is completely upending the league.
They really wanted someone that brought toughness, that was gritty, could fight, and, I like to think that those are character traits that are displayed when I play.
There's some good energy you can walk into in Chicago, right?
Oh, I love that energy. We're ready.
So that does not look like a girl that was excited to be selected where she was selected, and
look at her face. She is in pain.
Hailey Van Lith just made her move and is now officially a member of the Chicago Sky. It wasn't a playbook breakdown either. It was a direct, scathing blow at Caitlin Clark, not a practice clip.
I think that I've been defined as a tough, gritty player who just is a dog. And I think that's exactly what I need to be at the next level.
I think we have a lot of similarities about how we carry ourselves. She's a dog, man. She turns up the intensity of everybody around her. So I'm excited to be in that environment with her again, where she can pull more out of me than I think I have.
I think she's already experienced what's it like to play with Angel Reese, who is a narcissist and selfish, a nightmare for all teammates to deal.
Fans who were watching Hailey on the most important night of her life decided to cut Clark both literally and figuratively when she was asked to list the best WNBA players.
But Hailey Van Lith, oh, you gave a bad answer. This is a person who has played the last 2 times she played Caitlin Clark. I'm not joking when I say this. Caitlin Clark put 40 on her team's head.
Give flowers to the legend. We're going to start Diana Taurasi. I'm going to bench Sabrina and cut Caitlin.
And that wasn't a random choice. It was a shot. Joined forces with Angel Reese, whose name is also embroiled in question. Hailey's message is unambiguous. This is about creating a front line, not just joining a team. This pair is here to confront, not to live together.
I cannot wait to watch film with her, to just observe her in practices and pick her brain about how she controls games and controls the speed of games and gets her bigs and her shooting guards the ball when they need it to score. She's one in particular that I'm really, really excited just getting to be around.
Every one of those teammates at LSU hated playing with Angel Reese.
Target number 1 is the lady who is changing the game, winning the league, and making all the headlines, Caitlin Clark. What Hailey and Angel don't seem to see, though, is that Caitlin battles with buckets rather than words. And since Caitlin is standing squarely in the heart of the storm, they had best bring more than just attitude if they believe they are banding together to take her down. Let's dissect this completely.
Hailey Van Lith believed it was probably a good idea if she put out some kind of a statement after the very viral video. We all seen the video at this point, her smiling but with real pain on her face.
Deep in my heart, I wanted to come to the Sky. I felt like you never want to put too much expectation or hope because you never know what happened on draft day. But deep in my heart, I was really hoping that this is where I ended up.
The world witnessed something quite different when the camera zoomed in on draft night, anticipating cries of joy, a smile, or relief when Hailey Van Lith's name was called. A face that shouted one thing, regret, and blank eyes that forced a smile. And soon after, the actual headline appeared. Hailey Van Lith was drafted into drama, not merely drafted.
Hailey Van Lith must love playing with rebounds. She can't wait to team with Angel Reese. I love playing with size. It makes my job a lot easier. Hailey Van Lith shared Thursday in her press conference. Again, they played 1 season together, and it was far and away like her worst year in college.
she's only making $70,000 to jack up brick layups and airball layups in games that no one wants to watch.
Because the strain from their difficult relationship at LSU returned as soon as she learned that she would be joining Angel Reese in Chicago. While some may have been duped by the smiles, true fans saw it right away. This was a rehash of a calamity that had already occurred when they attempted it at LSU and it failed. So why try it again? This was not a reunion, because this time the goal is retribution rather than salvation. Hailey utilized all the appropriate words in her post-draft interviews, mutual respect and toughness, but her body told her otherwise.
She's perfected the art of lying to the media. In reality, I'm betting this was the absolute last place she wanted to be.
Angel has maintained contact with me this whole past year since she's been in the league and I transferred. I really appreciate her. We have a very mature relationship, a mutual respect relationship where we both have respect for each other's game. And I'm just excited to get to be around her again.
Plenty of rebound opportunities available for Van Lith if she sticks close to Reese.
Fans took note. Analysts pointed it out. Videos of her hardly disguising her anguish went viral on social media. Then the actual smoke appeared. Asked to join WNBA players in the traditional start bench cut game, Hailey chopped and grinned. Caitlin Clark live on television. Let that sink in. She didn't exhibit sportsmanship, nor did she sidestep the topic. She selected her shot and aimed it straight at the women's basketball player with the most dominance.
I'm sorry. You've done something that'll piss off the damn psycho. The Caitlin Clark has made made more all WNBA first teams than Sabrina. There's no stratosphere where Sabrina Ionescu is better than Caitlin Clark.
That wasn't simply a response. It was a statement from a player who had twice scored more than 40 points against Hailey's teams, broken records, attracted millions of viewers, and raised awareness of the league more than any other rookie before her. Since this is now more than simply basketball, it's personal. During her one season with Angel Reese, Hailey's statistics declined. The spotlight belonged to someone else, the leadership was unsteady, and the chemistry was amiss. She's back in the same orbit now, but this time she has a purpose.
So Caitlin Clark is averaging against her over the since 2023, averaged 40 points per game.
Hailey Van Lith smiling through the pain of returning to toxic hell. Oh, her face is like the F. Yeah, it's over. HVL is feeling sick. She cut the cancer out and it came right back. Gotta watch Hailey Van Lith stand at the three-point line wide open while that girl is chasing the new rebounds record.
However, this is the truth. You can form coalitions, make disparaging tweets, and defeat Caitlin Clark in a game of words. However, since Caitlin doesn't cut back, none of that counts when the lights turn on and the ball tips off. She claps, back with stat lines that silence everyone in threes from the logo assists on a dime.
Caitlin only put 40 on your head once, so it's not too bad. But it's not like Caitlin had a 40-point triple-double against her and a 40-point 12-assist game and 8 rebounds. She was 2 boards off. 2 40-point triple-doubles.
Additionally, Caitlin Clark has already dumped 40 on Hailey Van Lith twice, so no amount of fake smiles, media spin, or off-court drama will be able to stop what's about to happen when they cross paths again on the court, and it could be worse the next time.
I wanted a little vintage, edgy, sexy vibe, and I love a good, old school Marilyn Monroe look, so that's what I was going for.
That's exactly what it's giving. You nailed it.
However, Hailey Van Lith is entering this battle with backup Angel Reese, and it makes all the difference. Not because they make a great couple, but rather because their reunion is tainted with animosity and unresolved issues. We should go back in time. Van Lith's transfer to LSU for the 2023-2024 season was marketed as a perfect fit, national title expectations for the 2-star one powerhouse program. However, what actually occurred, there was never chemistry. Hailey's performance plummeted. Her productivity fell off, and according to all reports, Angel dominated the locker room, the ball, and the attention.
Angel Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion. She has no skills. She knows that she's not a very good basketball player. That's why she spends so much time half naked and taking pictures and promoting things that have nothing to do with basketball.
Van Lith couldn't move out quickly enough before the end of the season, and now she's back next to the player who buried her game. This is about strategy, not comfort, because this relationship is only focused on pursuing Caitlin Clark, regardless of what Hailey claims in press releases. In a tweet, Angel said, "We ain't do it right the first time, let's run it back." They no longer hide it.
Angel Reese tweeted out, "We ain't do it right the first time, let's run it back."
Hailey referred to Angel as a dog, complimented her for her resilience, and portrayed their reunion as fate. Fans, however, recognize it for what it is. Caitlin repeatedly sets fire to 2 players in an attempt to change the course of events.
Hailey Van Lith and Angel Reese are set to rejoin forces on the court this summer.
Energy with Courtney Vandersloot. You can learn from her. You're paired back with Angel Reese. There's some good energy you can walk into in Chicago, right?
Oh, I love that energy. We're ready.
All right. Thank you so much.
To be clear, this is anger masquerading as competition, not a rivalry. Caitlyn has been the target of Angel Reese's taunts, turmoil, and constant internet criticism from day one. On draft night, Hailey now publicly removes Clark from the top 3, joining the chorus and quietly establishing herself as someone who belongs in the same sentence. However, the statistics show that Clark has far outscored both Angel and Hailey. In every media statistic, she has outperformed them.
Her stats. Let me roll down here to the teams. Louisiana State, 11.6 points a game. She leaves and goes straight to TCU, averages almost 18. The year before at Louisville, almost 20 a game. What does that tell you about her hell that she's got coming? She got away once. She can't escape.
She outshines them in every significant limelight, out-ears them in endorsements, and most importantly, she continues to win. What exactly are Angel and Hailey doing then? They're creating a story, not just assembling a squad, one that asserts that Caitlyn is not the protagonist, one who maintains that she is overhyped, one that makes an effort to divert attention from her game and concentrate on everything else, beyond beef, identity, attitude. But here's the thing, Caitlyn flourishes. The more they converse, she creates box scores while they form alliances. She breaks records as they trade sound bites.
Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw in women's basketball, and without her, many fans just aren't going to tune in.
She is also influencing the future as they relive the past. When the court clears and it's just skill versus skill, there's only one name the world is truly watching, and it's not Hailey, it's not Angel, it's Caitlin Clark. The Indiana Fever, on the other hand, have the one player who can silence everything with a single performance. The Chicago Sky may have added 2 fearless personalities.
Like, Caitlin Clark doesn't happen entirely organically. There's a push. What Angel Reese did, she created what people truly need, which is a rivalry.
Angel Reese has done that and did that for Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, and I do think she helped. Without Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark wouldn't be as big as she is.
Caitlin Clark also blew up before the Angel Reese thing. That is a myth. She blew up before. Go look at the ratings for the games before then. Go look at the attendance for the games before then. It was already an organic thing.
This is the query that fans are posing, but neither Angel nor Hailey appear prepared to respond. Why do they still find Caitlin Clark so fascinating? Why does everything they do still revolve around one player after all the interviews, tweets, and draft night shade? Easy Caitlin Clark is everything that they aren't. She isn't the most flamboyant or the loudest. She is the one who sells out arenas, breaks ratings, and garners more attention than anyone else in women's basketball history. But she isn't out there seeking drama. Caitlyn is considered the norm, the storm they are unable to escape, and that consumes them is the measuring stick. In college, Hailey Van Lith was unable to defeat her. She was illuminated twice by Clark's 40-point explosions. In the draft, she was unable to match her buzz and her NIL numbers, her fan base, coverage, or endorsements.
Look at this face. Look at this face. God bless her. I mean, the pain and anguish. That's not, I'm about to lose it and I'm happy to be drafted and all. No.
She's attempting something fresh now. Character assassination via adorable interviews and clicks. She befriends Angel Reese, a player who has also been hurt by Clark's success, and the two of them create what is known as Team Petty. However, jealousy doesn't fill stat sheets, and petty behavior doesn't win games. Let us dissect it. This rivalry was not chosen by Caitlin Clark. She let her game do the talking, dropping dimes, draining threes from the logo, and controlling everyone in front of her, even Van Lith and Reese. She didn't tweet first, she didn't talk down, and she didn't cut Hailey during a start bench cut game.
She knows, like a lot of white players in the WNBA know, and they've said it, Kelsey Plum, Breanna Stewart, is that they get elevated, they get marketed, they get pushed in a way that Black women in that league who have accomplished similar things do not get the same endorsement opportunities, the same marketing. Clear, they were not fans of women's basketball, but Caitlin Clark became their avatar She became their vessel to express a lot of the hateful and racist opinions that they had about Black women, about queer women, and about the WNBA overall.
Additionally, the numbers increase each time Caitlyn enters a gym. Jersey's Fly networks take attention as ticket sales soar. Why? Because greatness is what people come for, not controversy. What PR grins are Angel and Hailey giving in the interim? Well-crafted praises and a lengthy history of losing. They claim to be dogs. They claim to be rough. They claim to be prepared for the next phase. However, having a dog does not equate to louder barking. It entails delivering when it counts. And let's face it, neither of them has performed as well as Caitlyn. Not in college, not in ratings, not in influence, not in leadership. They know the truth deep within, which is why she is still at the center of all they do. If you haven't deposed the current king or queen, you cannot be the league's queen. Furthermore, Caitlin Clark is currently not only wearing it, but also making it appear effortless.
Angel Reese is never going to improve her basketball skills. Check this out.
I see you miss layups just like they do and everything, but forget them. Yeah, you know, I mean, I miss layups too. So, I mean,
everybody miss layups, but they can't get mad if I get the rebound, box me out.
Yeah. Don't be mad because your fade didn't box her out. That's what I say. Period.
I see your miss layups like they do, but forget them. What the fuck do you mean forget them? This is why Angel Reese's game is never going to get better, y'all. Her mom telling her this and her fans are the same exact way. Zero accountability, bro. Imagine this, y'all. You playing basketball in front of the whole world. People have been constantly criticizing your game and you messing up on the court. There's all this film and everything about what you need to do better and what you're messing up on. And your mom is just sitting here telling you, well, forget them. Just forget them, bro. Like, that's terrible advice. Like we see why Angel Reese is the way that she is. Man, look at how her mom is just talking to her, telling her just forget them, bro. But then y'all are so mad that the world doesn't like her and talk so much shit about her, bro. Right. And then she's like, oh, everybody misses layups. I'm so tired of this everybody misses layups thing. Yes. A whole bunch of basketball players miss layups, but people are not missing layups like Angel Reese, bro.
Fact.
Statistically the worst finisher in the league. So that means you're last and at the bottom. So that means you're the worst and nobody is missing like you are. Yeah, this is not rocket science. Angel Reese GPA holders, bro. This is not rocket science, man. This is amazing. Y'all just cannot keep it real with this girl, bro. That's why she looks like an unrivaled. That clip that just came out with her getting blocked by Breanna Stewart like 3 times or something, and then she finally made this shot, bro. That's why her game looks like it's not even improved at all, man. Then you gotta box me out to get the bro. You should be making the shot, bro. Instead of sitting up here talking about people aren't boxing you out and all of this bullshit. Like if you make the shot, bro, we wouldn't be even sitting up here talking about these rebounds and over and that bullshit, man. But it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I came across that clip. I just saw somebody post it today, and I'm like, damn, bro. No wonder this girl does not take accountability.
Thus, here we are. Under the WNBA spotlight, Hailey Van Lith and Angel Reese reunited, but their goal was to defeat Caitlin Clark, the only player who had already changed the game, rather than create a legacy of their own. However, let's face it, this isn't a rivalry. Rather, it's a last-ditch effort to reclaim a limelight that is no longer theirs. They can argue, play media games, and make alliances, but none of that affects the scoreboard. Tickets are selling, people are paying attention, and the WNBA is experiencing a moment never seen before because of Caitlin Clark. The next time Hailey or Angel try to knock Caitlin down, keep in mind this: you don't dull a star by hating it, you only make it shine brighter. She's earned everything they're trying to take with tweets and posturing, and while they chase headlines, she's chasing history. Right now, if you're riding with Caitlin Clark and you're sick of the phony alliances and envy, put CC 100% in the comments to let everyone know who's actually in control of the game. Like, subscribe and click the bell, because it's not about who can talk the loudest this season. Who arrives and takes control of the moment is what matters, and it is currently owned by Caitlin Clark.